So we just picked this up at Harbor Freight for $6. They had one that was $1 cheaper. They didn't have the spiral stitching in it. It was just an open piece of cloth, so these would move around a little bit more free. And we got 20% off with this and a free magnetic parts tray. So that's pretty good. Let's see if we can go ahead and mount it to this motor. Now let's go ahead and loosen up the bolt that's holding the grinding wheel on. And go ahead and take this off. And I have another wrench on the opposite side of the axle to keep it from moving. Now we can go ahead and slide this off and put on the buffing wheel. You can see on this, like a little bracket here, we're missing a set screw that's holding that in, so it's a little loose. So we have a set screw kit here that we also got from Harbor Freight. It has a bunch of different sizes of set screws. So this is a 1/4 20, so I have a 1/4 20 set screw, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the hole and tighten that up so it's more secure. Now we can go ahead and pull off the old grinding wheel and then put on the buffing wheel and then transfer some of the parts if it didn't come with them. This buffing wheel came with some different attachments. So if you take out the buffing wheel, you can see these are the pads that hold it on. So we'll probably use these two. Put one on first, then you can add the buffing wheel. We're going to use the smaller ones because they're more designed to fit this in just a really nice tight fit. So let's go ahead and put these on and then tighten it up. Now with the wheel centered, I'm going to go ahead and just tighten it up, and then we can test it out. With this tightened up, you can see that it is a little bit off center, so we're going to go ahead and loosen that and see if we can get it a little better. Now you can see the wheel is much straighter. It's not going up and down anymore. So let's go ahead and test it out on a part. Here are the 3 grades of polishing grit. This one here is the finest, the medium, and the most coarse. We're going to start with the finest. And to put this on your wheel, it's actually kind of mixed in with a wax. So as it heats up, it gets applied on the wheel. When you're putting this on, you really don't need to put too much on the wheel. It just needs a little bit. These lenses have some minor scratches in them, so we're going to try to take them out with the buffing wheel. We're going to go ahead and buff the front and the back of the lens to make sure they're really clean. For the final buff on these lenses, we're going to go a little lighter, and you can see these are looking much clearer. You can really see the difference between these two lenses. That buffing wheel did a great job. So really what it is like an anti-glare coating on the lenses that just get messed up over time. So we're buffing that off, and they sure look a lot better. You can see the buffing wheel is working a little bit, but we need to just knock off the rough spots with some higher 2000 grit sandpaper, and then we'll go with the buffing wheel. So you can run the sandpaper on the palm of your hand, and that seems to be working to take this grit off, but you will see a haze come over the lenses, but that'll come off with the buffing wheel. Now underwater, we're going to use the 1200 grit, and that a lot of times sands a little bit better, and then we'll take it on the buffing wheel, and that'll get all the scratches out. Now we have it all sanded down. Let's go ahead and buff it on the wheel. And it doesn't matter if there's water on the lenses. That might actually lubricate it a little bit anyway. But you can see in some spots the coating is not fully off, so we're just working it off slowly with the buffing wheel. You can see with that sewn stitch, you can really press against the buffing wheel and it pulls up. see that these lenses both are very clean and ready to be put back in their frames. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.